There we go. Now that we're live, it's actually afternoon. Whatever. It's time. And I'm here, and you're here. Hello, and welcome. So, today, Whites in Mountains will take you on a journey. She is going to the region of the Iliac Bay. Because of the wonderful things he does. Also, to show you where the things that the Psijic Order wants us to seal are. I am going to finish the Psijic Order questline series. And it took about an hour last time because it was all in one zone. 9 breaches in one zone. Now there are 9 breaches spread across 3 zones, which means there are 3 breaches per zone. It may or may not take longer. We will see. We will see. Okay. So, my phone says reconnecting to chat. I should probably give it a few minutes before I try and greet my chat room. As I have found, it takes until about the end of the stream to really actually get responsive. Or maybe that's just my misperception. Hello, my lovelies. Let's see if I come up on my own chat screen. Then I'll know whether or not you guys will come up on my phone's chat screen when you tell me stuff. Right now it still says reconnecting to chat, and I can see on my OBS screen that I'm still loading in, and I just loaded in. Let's see if that one gets into the chat. This is the story of the Whites in Mountains. She was doing the Psijic Order quest. She was showing off their locations because someone gave them her behest. Or gave her their behest. Oh well. Little linguistic slips are sometimes quite fun. Anyway, enjoy the show. That's all I can think to say right now. Blacksmithing! Ooh, Dungeon Explorer outfit. This is in conjunction with what the? Hubalahad's final treasure. No prince of the Ragada would be caught dead without the appropriate and extravagant funerary offerings for his tomb, not to mention the requisite mournful aegis to welcome any unexpected guests. So, let's take a look at this bundle. Let's preview all of it. Those are 4 piles of gold drakes you get. Wow. Lady Cinnabar of Taneth's spirited arguments in favor of a more balanced view of the Ragada Prince's accomplishments in the face of adversity. In defense of Prince, And then there's a gilded Canuck jar, a gilded funerary cat statue, a gilded funerary gull ibis statue, a gilded servant statue, and a stone funerary cat statue. Apparently, this culture is a huge fan of cats. A guardian statue of a lion ibis. Now that's an interesting creature. An interesting chimera. There's a riding camel statue. This appears to mimic one of the cultures that believes that if you have statues of things, you get to take those things with you when you die. Wow. And the Hanging Star Bowl, that's quite beautiful. The Hanging Bell. That's what it looks like when it's extinguished. But I like them lit. There's the Gilded Divider. Oh yeah. This dude would have to be a prince because this stuff is like super rich. It's a high level crafting pattern. All of these. They're blue patterns or purple patterns. And I don't think we can even make the Mournful Aegis or the Palace Miniature Reliquary or the Guardian statues. But I might be wrong. There might be a pattern for those over in Hughes Bane. Mournful Aegis. It's a target dummy. A large house item, and it may be attacked. When it's destroyed, it will reassemble. This guardian is the equivalent to an exceptionally hard veteran dungeon boss. Now, if you've got a guild of top-tier raiders, this guy is definitely worth the purchase. Refabricated? Well, that's interesting. It sounds like okay, Guild Quest, Breaches on the Bay. I keep forgetting this little shelter actually prevents me from mounting. So, I'm about to see whether or not I have a way shrine to Daggerfall. I probably... What in the world? Oh, a simple chest. How wonderful. I was about to say that I probably don't because I am an Ebonheart Pact member. And, well, Daggerfall is the Daggerfall Covenant home city. I just got myself another thing to sell. And please pardon that cough, it probably sounded bad. So, I gave myself about an extra 30 minutes because this particular episode may take longer than I expect, and I actually do have a time constraint. Someone else in my family needs the use of the internet. Oh, I do have the Daggerfall Way Shrine. And because I am at, the place where I scratch my back, because I am at a way shrine, it doesn't cost me anything to go there. So I don't have to deal with a loading screen from going to my house that's there. I suppose next time, to save myself just a little bit of time, I can just teleport back to the house. Yeah, I think I'll work backwards to go to the Alakir. Whoa. There's the prophet. Hello, prophet.
There you are, Vestige. We must speak at once.
Hello.
Listen well. I have located a safe harbor from which we might plan our course of action. You must meet me there.
Where is it?
I awoke to choking ash in the air and the sounds of strife. I am in Morrowind, home of the Dark Elves, in a city called Davon's Watch. The harborage is a ruin in the cliffs west of the city.
Thanks very much. I'll find you there. Let's look at the J button and go back to my focus of breaches on the Iliac Bay. And I will also go down to the Harbor Master, who will eventually take me to Alakir. You have to go through 2 zone jumps to get to Alakir.
The Lion Guard, for the Covenant, for King Casimir, for the High.
Alright. Now, where in the world does this botswain go? He'll take you to the Gold Coast. That one takes you to Volkelgard. That one takes you to Davon's Watch. That one takes you to Stros Makai. And that one, actually there are several down there. Stormhaven and Bankorai from Azufa. So I need to go talk to Azufa. And she or he is in a cluster of several botswains. She.
It's not a good day to travel, but travel we must. Well,
I would like to go to Bankorai. I think that this place takes me to Alakir. It might take me to Rivenspire, which is another zone in the Daggerfall Covenant that you have to seal breaches in. But not yet. Evermore! I don't have a Mundus boon on this character yet, do I? Let's pull up the map. Steed and the Apprentice. I don't need any of the boons that are here.
you are ready. We soon depart for distant. Well,
Alakir Desert, if you will. So, if you choose Stormhaven, then you can get to Rivenspire. That makes sense. They are geographically right next to each other. The Alakir is where I'll find the Mundus stone that's useful to me anyway, along with the breaches I need to seal. Do 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 do. There we go. And since I was riding a horse on my way in, I guess I get to ride my way over there. Let's pull up the quest log, the quest inventory, and see that I've got 3 breaches. One that's over here, one that's in the middle of the map, and one that's on the lower east side. Well, I've got one on the lower west side and the lower east side, but they're not the same one. Ooh, Columbine. That stuff's kind of hard to find, and it's dead useful. As well as I found bait for foul waters. Happens a lot when you're harvesting plants. Oh wow, just a cluster of helpful little plants. Happy, helpful little plants. Wonderful. Huh. What's this? It's a door that will not open. It's probably somebody's tomb. The irony of Jakarn saying he'll whisk a pretty young lady that he wishes to bed off to Sentinel when all he had to do was catch a boat. Dude, all you had to do was catch passage on a big ship. And then you could have kept your promise. She would have swooned, you would have kept your promise, and everything would have been fine. But then you didn't think about catching a boat, so you had to lie, and you made a lot of women very angry. Note, keep promises. It's just a better idea. Oh, cool! A sky shard skill. Alright. So I've got combustion, warmth. Technically, I don't need warmth. I need to burp. Ardent flame. I am 3 levels away from being able to use magma armor as my second ultimate. When you cast an ultimate ability, you restore 23 health, 23 mana, and 23 stamina for each point of the ultimate's cost. Now that's a great thing to have. But first I'm going to check my other skills and realize that I don't have any of them that need to be spent because I've already bought Persuasive Will and Intimidating Presence. I also have all of the other skills I want. And I'm about to have this chest I want. Since there's no one behind me, the custom of waiting to see if they can unlock the chest does not need to be observed should I fail to open the chest. Usually I'm pretty good at opening the chests in one try, but sometimes I have difficulties, just like, well, pretty much everybody at some point. You guys don't mind if I stop off in the Outlaws Refuge, do you? I have some ill-gotten gains to offload. Alright. There's the Outlaws Refuge. How convenient that they have one in this major city. You wouldn't think it of most folks who are as law-abiding as most crowns, but since a forebear ascended the throne, the crown community seems just a little more tolerant of the criminal element in Sentinel. Alrighty then. So it looks like I'll be headed off.
No, I understand. If you change your mind...
To this fence right here, conveniently located for me to sell and launder. That increases your ledgerman skill, by the way. So if you happen to find a thieves' trove with some deliciously useful objects in it, you can launder those and wear them, and get the skill called Skills of Improved Hiding. And for the quest line in Vardenfell, the Telvanni. If you're working with the House Telvanni questline out there, you might do well to pick up those skills. So, where was I attempting to go anyway? Down here. So down here-ish. Across the ruin from the warrior. That sounds about like where I'm trying to go. So I think I'll go there. Raincatcher Fields. And there is the ever so conveniently located warrior Stone.
Skirt steak sandwiches will be ready soon.
Excellent. Skirt steak sandwiches. Sounds delicious. A bunch of assassin beetles. No wonder these people got killed. The beetles pretty much invaded everywhere. I love that they named their guild the Ring of the Lords instead of the Lord of the Rings. It's a wonderful transposition, that. And I also love the presence of this chest. Oh, come on! Stupid freaking bug. Die! Really? You made me lose my lockpick on the chest? Brat. Well, at least it won't be bothering me again. I better watch my 6. Or rather, my peripheral vision. To make sure I don't end up in combat again. Wow. Those maggots are taking over both the body of the human and the body of the bug that was underneath it. Let's see if I can manage to horse physics my
Doing
way
that
up
thing
here.
where water squirts out of your skin, aren't you? Sweating, eh? Ugh. You people think I'm weird. Let's find this breach and cool off.
I know, right? No such luck with that, though. Salah's End. Let's look at the warrior. Ooh, increases weapon damage. Well, that's a good one for me. I now have the warrior Mundus Stone Buff.
How much siege equipment do we
I
need?
am boofing.
The element of surprise already assures us.
Stop getting in my way, you idiot bug. At least it teleports so I don't have to jump down the little cliff thing and potentially not actually seal the breach. And now you guys know exactly where one of the breaches in Alikir is. Huh, there's a person out here doing the quest for this little area. And I'm going to collect some Namira's rot. That is my alarm telling me that I should stream. But I already knew that, which is why I gave myself a head start. I fortuitously picked the time to stream that was just after Dad had finished his ops on World of Tanks. And it was right between the time where he finishes his ops and the time where he needs to go and do online poker that I am set to stream every day. Oh, look. Lady Clarice Laurent. Ooh, and a recipe for Blackwood mint chai. Mana and stamina recovery. Okay. I will definitely be porting these over to my crafters. I do not make things on this character, except for potions and poisons. That's the only thing I make on this character. At all. Ever. So that I can get the medicinal use buff. Lady Clarice Laurent probably finds these Aldbury Dominion guys to be exceptionally annoying, considering the fact that this is her dig site, which she legally got, and therefore she would love, I do mean love, to be able to use it. Why in the world did I get dismounted when nothing attacked me? Hag Camp World Boss is up. Well, this is the Undaunted event going on this week. So you've got rewards for dungeons and delves and trials, which are the World of Warcraft equivalent of raids. Only ESO calls them something different. And you should definitely take groups into those. And you probably get rewards for world bosses too. Basically, the Undaunted are huge fans of a hard fight. They love a good hard fight. And I love the advent of this Psijic portal. Always look for these things. That glow in the sky. Always look for that. When you are looking for a Psijic portal. Up here at the end of this road, that is just about here-ish. Wall top view of the broken blade. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So if I keep heading in this diagonal direction, I will eventually find where I'm trying to go. And find that my horse is just so freaking slow. Such are the ways of a new character. It was worse when I had literally no riding skill on this character. Goat's Head Oasis Way Shrine. This is the journey of weights and mountains, sealing breaches in the Alakir. She went to Tuaka's throne and kept riding, praying that the enemies would not be here. But then she found them, as she expected, and her horse kept running away. She raced right through those ancient ruins and found the Kolati. Good lord, I am sorry about that. The Kolati mines the same day. I wonder how many days it would take an NPC to walk the distance that I just rode. They would probably be using roads and stuff too, and be avoiding mobs like crazy. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I didn't die! I'm so impressed and happy I didn't die! Though I might die if something starts attacking me right now. Hey, stop getting stuck on rocks! There. Now I can head for way shrines and such. But first I'm gonna head for the Artisan's Oasis. The Artisan's Oasis. Vampire's Kiss. If I remember correctly, the Vampire's Kiss set gives you health back after you kill an enemy. And there's Lecky's Blade.
Each blade stands alone, even in the midst.
I can always come back later. I need to look for that shard of a breach which I need to seal. And finding a way shrine is always a good idea. It allows me to continue to find places and travel quickly when I need to go back somewhere that I've already been. Bow increased to 15. Excellent. Okay, where in the hell is this breach? Ah!
Yeah, there's a breach nearby. Say, did you know there are 6.5 quadrillion grains of sand in the Iliac? Oh, come on! Don't act like you're not impressed.
I'm actually not surprised that there are that many grains of sand. I'm kind of unnerved that you can actually count them. Easterly Eyrie. Stool. There we go. You know, I figured there'd be a time breach over there. Of course, that figuring has nothing to do with the fact that I've done this questline before. Although, I grant you, it has been a long time since I've done it. Which means that there are some that I vaguely remember, but have mostly forgotten. Okay, those are apples. I'm after this blessed thistle. Now, map of the Iliac Bay. Way on back over here. Over here? In these ruins is where I'm supposed to go next. I may as well use the Quad Alliance Way Shrine. It is conveniently located after all. And the less distance I have to ride, the better. Lecky's Blade! Oh, excuse me. There's a Dune Ripper over there. He's just off ripping his dune. I shall avoid these jackals. Even though I could technically fight them, they're going to add some time onto my journey, which is under a bit of a time crunch. $2:09. I have 50 minutes until I should most definitely be logging off and stopping my stream. That's the Bergamo Way Shrine. There's a Ogre's Bluff. It looks kind of like one of those natural watering holes in the desert. A collecting place for water, lush enough to sustain grasses that don't go dry and barren. Which means it would make sense that a lot of wildlife would go here too. There's Ragnathar. And those jackals are guarding a book, which I don't feel like reading right now. I can always always come back and finish this zone when I get the quest.
Ah, look,
To do
Yokuden ruins. You know, the Yokudens could make magic idea swords using nothing but their brains. Bit of a waste, that. I'd have made a very comfortable chair.
That's hilarious. Okay, apparently that is too far from the breach to trigger the use of the auger, which means I am headed in the wrong direction. Okay. He does not give you the idea sword prompting dialogue again. If you listen carefully to his dialogue, he'll actually tell you at least a basic clue about where it is you're trying to go to find the breach. That's how I deal with the ones that I had forgotten how to find. Voila! This is where you find the last breach in the Iliac Desert. There is no pass-through from Bankarai to the Iliac. So what I'm going to do is go through these ruins right here. It's called Hunding's Watch. The Ragada soldiers and the Orcish soldiers are all embattled. Hopefully I can reach a pillar and take only most of my health instead of all of my health, which appears to be precisely what I have managed to do. Alright, there's a major city over there. Come on, jump. So back to Sentinel I go. Alrighty then. Come on, there we go. Hunding's Watch to Sentinel. Thank you, sir. I will take that train, and I will ride it. Where in the world is... Oh, good. There is a stable master nearby. I can go obtain another skill point in speed for my riding. Although I might do well to obtain some stamina
Horses
too.
are restless. I think they sense the taint of necromancy better than we do.
It wouldn't surprise me. After all, horses are... Oh, damn it. That was the wrong thing for me to buy. Well, I suppose if I want to, Lucine Mavi.
Take your time and browse my...
Do. And now that's a level 3 poison, so I don't need it. Reduce spell cost. Hello, Roxy. She is down by my foot, in case you were wondering. I've decided to put all those in the bank. And take a look at what she has for sale. Oh, I don't even have shoulder pieces. That's better than what I have. I have better than that. I have... better than that. And I definitely have better than that. Alright. So, yeah. I have a better chest than what she has for sale. That's the thing about buying your armor, is that they often have armor that isn't as good as what you need. to buy. Where is it? Okay, that's just a big decorative harbor. Botswain, there's Azufa. Travel to Rivenspire and Bankurai. Okay. So I'll be headed out this front gate here. There we go. So, where exactly are we going again? Well, I know there are breaches in, what's-its-face. That first zone that we showed up in. I'll just teleport to the house when I get to that point. That'll be a whole lot faster and save us a great deal of time. It is now 2:16, so my clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. I can feel it breathing down my neck, and I do not like it one bit. It's making me nervous. It's making me super nervous. There's the royal messenger. There's Azufa.
We still have room if you
So,
expect to travel.
Direfall Covenant, if you please. I'll travel, good lord, to Bankurai. If I remember correctly, Stormhaven is where I actually needed to go. So I will do that. I will go to Stormhaven, the haven of storms. You know what? Stormhaven's actually connected by land
You're ready.
to
Well?
Linumbra. Alright, so let's go back to the Iliac. And then she'll take me to Rivenspire. That'll be advantageous for when I need to do the Rivenspire breaches. Captain Janassa, you will take me to, that place where the Dark Elves came from when they were still Chimer. They left the elves, the High Elves, and they became the Chimer. Morrowind. They went to Vardenfell. That's where Captain Janassa takes you. Northwestern region of High Rock contains some of the province's most dramatic terrain, including towering, flinty crabs, windswept moors, and narrow canyons. A lot of folk find it oppressive to live here. Now, let's take a look at... Well, there's Shornhelm. Well, crap. I may well have just arrived in the middle of the freaking city when I need to go to North Point. Now, why in the hell would they drop me at freaking North Point when there is... Wouldn't they not drop me at North Point when I need to be there? Oh, because the navigators get here by caravan. Well, Derp Dieter, didn't I just blunder that off?
Well?
Yeah, I want to go to Stormhaven. That's where I was trying to get this whole time. No need to try and go to North Point, Jessica. You can just go directly behind you to the caravan driver. Situated at the head of strategic Iliac Bay, Stormhaven is the geographic center of High Rock and also the home of the great trading capital of city of Wayrest, capital of the Daggerfall Covenant. I imagine that is the great melting pot, which allows the 3 races of the Daggerfall Covenant to mingle.
Too much to do and too little time.
Because it's also in proximity to Orsinium, which is the homeland of the orcs. Although much of the Orcish race has been dispersed, they are out and around. There is Bankarai. This is literally just a little bit outside of Wayrest. And then the other one is not far away from that. And then the other one is near the entrance to the zone. So, I'm gonna catch the Way Shrine here. Yeah, I can actually do this zone if I complete the main quest before I complete, the quests for my own alliance. There. Now I have the Wayrest Way Shrine. That sounds kind of redundant, doesn't it? Wayrest Sewers. Oh, sounds like they've got more than just excrement down there. That's what you'd expect is excrement, but, well, sometimes things like to eat it, and I will leave it at that. Swims to sea. So good to see one of my egg kith over here. The Wayrest Treasury. This time, I will not sell.
Sarah. A moment, if you please.
Aha! Here's the banker.
Welcome to the Bank of Wayrest. In times.
Yes, I should take comfort in the knowledge that you will keep my money safe. Inferno Staff. The Order of Diagna makes good heavy gear. And I'm gonna put these where they belong. I don't have anything to store over here. And I have plenty to do over here. That seems like, let me out of this building! Seems like I'm gonna be trapped in the bank. Seems like another time out, but this one was quick, and it was a worthwhile one, because I needed to use the bank to get the crap out of my inventory that I cannot use and didn't feel like selling. Alright, so this, let go of it. Ugh, good lord. This thing doesn't respond, and then it responds too much. Alright, so there's this knot over here. So I'm supposed to head in this general direction to deal with the, whatever you call it, the time breach. Yes, the time breach. If I remember correctly, it's near Cumberland's Watch. Oh, yay, I dinged. Just from discovering Cumberland's Watch. Another attribute point into stamina. Technically, I can buy volley. I don't really want to, though. I think what I might do is buy Dark Talons. Yeah, let's buy Dark Talons. Having a root skill is always a great idea. Wind Keep. Okay. So, maybe this wasn't the place I was looking for? I'm having such difficulty telling right now. There's a farm. There's Afrin's Hold. And there's the Lord. He's good for tanks. And this is the wrong direction, I think. I am doing such a crappy job of showing you where this is right now. I am sorry. Okay, so way arrest, and then it's way the fuck up there in this zone. So it should be around here-ish. Hey, maybe it's near the dolmen. Or maybe it's near the dungeon. I remember one of these was near a dungeon of some kind. There we
In a
go.
breach by our waterfall. Or maybe a flight of very wet stairs? Stairs are a bit silly, eh? Why not just flip gravity and fall up?
Alright, buddy. Show me. Well, you showed me the sky shard, but then again the sky shards don't exactly hide themselves. So that one is up there on top of the waterfall. There we go. I have approximately 30 minutes left. So I better get cracking back in. Big time. Oh man, these dumb assassin bugs. Hopefully they don't screw up my ability to ride. I mean, honestly. Here I am, trying to save time. I found Scale Collar Peak though. And a bunch of supernal buttheads. Which are literally in the way of me being able to do this quickly. Of course, sadly, so is the fact that my horse is tired. Hey, root them, you idiot! I have to use some of my precious time fighting these stupid monsters. But having more abilities is a good thing. There. Now I can seal the time breach. Finally. Good lord. Oh good. Now you know how to get to breach number 1 in Stormhaven. You also know how to get to Stormhaven, in case you were not clear about that. Okay, so we've got to delve the Norfolk ruins. I don't think I can get to the other breach that's way up at the top of this mountain here. Come on, come on, come on! Boogie with the Bill of Rights. It's the Bill of Rights, so it can't be wrong. We will amend to 10, then just dance along. They taught me that one in school. In a civics class. Don't remember exactly which, Oh wow. There's somebody there. I'm just passing through, bro. Sorry about that. If I had the time, I would gladly stay and help you kill off some Daedra. It appears that I'll not be able to ride up this slope because my horse is getting stuck on freaking rocks. Either that or the rocks are just coated to be extra sticky. So that I couldn't actually do the thing I really, really, really wanted to do. Hail, Zelenia Ashbringer. That is my mom's main character. Ooh, yep. Now it's... Oh my god, you brats! bunch of stupid NPCs
Definitely a breach
decided
here,
to
mate.
try and
Say,
stop me.
I was thinking,
They
we should get something
dismounted
for
me, the little
Sergeant to cheer her up.
brats.
I'm thinking meat of some variety. You meat brains like meat, right?
Some of us do. Not all of us do. Now, where the fuck is the time breach? At least I'm not riding this time. I really do get annoyed when NPCs try and stop me while I'm just trying to seal a breach in the flow of time. Someone's headed into the Moonlit Maw. That cave appears to be a kind of dungeon. And the next one is way, way, way down at the bottom left-hand corner of the zone, off into the west. It's out on an island. Hopefully I don't get dismounted, because it appears that this time took a lot longer than I thought it would. See, I thought I'd be able to just take an hour like I did, but perhaps I would have if I had managed to just focus. And in the beginning, when I was so beautifully distracted. Good lord, this is a bad place for you to run out of stamina, horse. Come on, let's go. Let's get the hell out of here. This place is gonna be a mess. And then it's gonna be at our flank. Okay. There we go. The Blood Dova is a new guild advertising in Zone Chat. Oh, this is a place for friendlies. Soul Shriven Way Shrine. Huh. There are some dreg here. I didn't realize that this particular zone had dreg. What kind of way shrines do we have? The Tower, the Mage, and the Lord. Well, the Mage is not a way shrine that I need to use. Oh good, my Dark Talents is increased to rank 2. I may as well read this book. Attura Estate. Mercenaries. And they're friendlies. That means I will not be killed by them. But I imagine I would be trespassing if I tried to go through that estate. And I'm also wagering that there's a quest that requires me to trespass into that estate. Off I go. Let's look at the tower. That little steel heart moorings. Lovely. Ember Eye Recruit. And if I remember correctly, this place has a minefield through it. A minefield of traps designed to kill one's horse right out from under them. Oh, you could have jumped that. Really?
Here comes that stroke of luck I was counting.
Really, horse? Really? Ooh, that's a Daedric landing zone. I'm gonna look at the tower. Increases maximum stamina. Well, that's a good idea. Need a not stupid DPS for a veteran pledge. I'm a tank. That's probably a good idea to have a DPS that isn't stupid.
Praise the aid.
I'm gonna search this backpack, obtain a pattern and some manganese, and then sprint to this location because I know these assholes are not letting me ride through them. I wish I could trample them. Alright, the time breach should be there-ish. Above, in the ruins of the ship. Why can I not target the breach? There we go. Okay. Iliac Bay region. Teleport directly to the Rosy Lion. Yes, I want to go there now. And I can't recall during combat. How annoying. Here I go to save some time, and then I have to wait until they leash. Well, at least they leashed this time. I mean, seriously, can't I just combat teleport? As long as I don't get hit, I don't get interrupted? Damage shields do not help. Ah, yes. This is the house. And I had put a bunch of crap in here before. And I'll do it again. Alright, there we go. Out the door, down the road. And hopefully we get the 3 breaches sealed before my time is up. Technically, Dad does not start his online poker until 3:45, but I like to give him myself 45 minutes of a buffer time, just in case I happen to run over. Like my 2, 3, 5 minutes, or maybe even 15. That way, if I don't set my alarm exactly at 3:45, I know I have just a little bit of time to get off the internet. Okay. There we go. If you are rolling a DPS character, then the Lover is a good Mundus Stone. Not the best, but still good. To run up against the ability that my horse cannot do, which is swim. The irony is that in real life, horses can swim.
Excuse me, please.
They just need to not be carrying a rider when they do it. Alright. So I'll go trucking down to the lower gate of the city, because that's where the first breach is. Daggerfall Trade District.
Hey, you're alive.
Yeah, I remember very distinctly. This is the Heart Ridge. the harborage that cannot be entered by me from this particular area. Because, whoa, that's a Zivali. Not because that's a Zivali, but because I'm in the wrong alliance. If you walk up to that version of the harborage...
Well, this is picturesque, eh? Aside from all the imps and such. Did you know that imps have belly buttons? Please, don't ask me why.
Well, why? Because you don't know? I would imagine that they have umbilical cords. If they have belly buttons. I mean, that's usually why, isn't it? Things with belly buttons are born live and have umbilical cords. Is that not the general rule? There we go. 7 out of 9. And I have less than 20 minutes left. That gives me about 10 minutes to deal with the traveling to each breach in this zone. Hopefully it doesn't take that long. Alrighty then. I can make the stamina recovery juice. And I'm gonna show myself the map again. The map is near the weird tree. Because I happen to know, call me a cheater if you must, that the weird tree is in this zone. Veilborn Rockway Shrine. Veilborn Rockway Shrine. And I'm like, where's the weird tree? There it is. It's not that far away. So all I have to do is ride. There's the Vale Watchtower. There's the Vale of the Guardians. Right here. Just as a warning, if you are a necromancer and you go necromancing through here, they will kill you for it. I actually found a necromancer on one of my high-level characters just out here doing quests. And that particular character was in trouble. The sisters were attacking them. And I tried to help them, thinking, oh, they brought a quest mob into the Vale because they want help with it. But then I ended up with a bounty. And I was like, oh, you got in trouble with them, did you, huh? And it was after the advent of the new expansion. So that person was most likely a necromancer who either had a mob still active that they resurrected.
Another breach near that tree, I think. Fun fact, all deciduous trees love accordion music. Just more proof that all trees are idiots.
I do believe he hates accordion music. Avoid the wolves and succeed. Beautiful. Okay, breach number 2. Alright, 8 out of 9, and I need to go up to this area to get the last one. I'm gonna go to the Weird Tree Way Shrine. It is worth paying that 100 and some odd gold to not have to try and run out there again. Hey, that was not cool. Just get, yeah, that. I want that to happen. And I want to pull up my Psijic map of the Iliac Bay. And yeah, that's around that big cemetery. Just generally spitballing the location. Why are you so fucking slow? Because I haven't trained you in skill but 2 points. That's why you're so fucking slow. And why you keep running out of stamina at the least opportune moments is because I haven't trained your stamina at all. So off I go to seal away. Pray I don't get dismounted again. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. I'm in a camp of bloodthorns. Praying I don't get dismounted by water. That's kind of a advantage to this sort of swampy environment, is that you can fjord the rivers and stuff. Old Croft! I have 15 minutes until my alarm to let the internet pass to someone else has blared in my ear. It is 46, so I have 14 minutes left. Oh look. Hey, go up the freaking hill. I know you can do it, horse. There. I've got 5 Mage's Guild skill points. I've got something from that bag. I've got to avoid these werewolves because they are not fun to be hit by. And I've got my basic direction in line. Here's this dolmen, the Cambrai Hills dolmen. And the fact that the sky is darkening but not fully turned blue means that it will eventually be active, but not quite yet. Okay, so all I have to do is follow that road. The road that I am currently on. And my horse's stamina has finally regenerated. I do have to say that my horse's stamina comes back relatively
Rub the
quickly.
sticks together, then build a tinder fort. Wait, or was it?
When you figure it out.
When you figure it out, write it down so you don't forget the order. When you come across a Psijic portal, loot it so you can get the loot. And adore the epic necklace that you just got. For it is extremely helpful. Shift key.
By the 1,000 scales.
Takaya the Thrifty. That, by the way, is how you can get gear on your champion level characters when you have already done all the quests in a zone. Go to the Psijic Order, get their first skill, and go look for portals. Those guys are zombies with a bunch of thorns sticking out. There's Lion Guard Redoubt. That's a good place for me to go. Bunch of friendlies there. Since one Tamriel, they all have basically forgotten that other members of the alliances could be detrimental to them. They figure if you're not in a PvP zone, then you're not gonna PvP, and that's the end of the story. Which is dead useful to anyone trying to do the Psijic Order quests, while avoiding running over freaking campfires.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a good old-fashioned gallop.
Well, here's the basic area. And I actually remember where this one is. A bunch of zombies, says he, when the quest dialogue comes up. Cathedral.
Zombies. You ever try to talk to a zombie? They won't let you get a word in edgewise. Just groan this and groan that. Ugh. Let's find this bridge and leave, eh?
Yep. Let's pull up your auger, dude. Pull up your augury. I want to see it. It's on top of that hill right there. Sir Marley Oris. And there appears to be a way shrine conveniently located so that I can actually port out of here without costing money. Behold, the 9th breach is now sealed. And it is 2:50 p.m., which means I got this done within
resist much longer.
an hour and 16 minutes. I bet the turning in of the quest is gonna bump it up to about 20 or so. Or maybe not so. I honestly can't tell. Crosswich Racehrine. That little town right there is called Crosswich. Off to Artaeum I go, and it's almost time to stop the show. So yeah, my idea to give myself about 30 minutes of extra time, or was it 40? By the time I actually got logged in and situated, it was more like 30. So yeah, half an hour's head start for this episode means I finished it within the allotted time that I have. Until I can turn off the stream and either dick around on ESO or go play Ion. Portal to Artaeum. And of course, they still want me to go to the Dalmora Watchtower. Once I finish the Psijic Order quest, I will go to the Dalmora Watchtower. The thing about quests is that they're not timed unless they say they're timed.
I hope the auger didn't give you too much trouble. So, was your journey a success? Is Iliac here safe?
Yeah, I closed all 9 of the
That's a
breaches
relief.
around the Iliac Bay.
For now, at least. I'm afraid the situation has grown more complicated. But we can discuss that later. For now, you've done the Order proud. You're clearly ready to take your next steps. Use this wisely.
Avec plaisir.
Are you prepared for your next task? I'm afraid we need to quicken the pace. Oh, was that too pushy? Sorry, I'm just a bit anxious, you know? Our seers
I'm
detected
prepared.
a
What
new
do I need to
cluster
do?
of breaches in the lands of Morrowind and Skyrim. The elder members of the Order don't want to admit it, but I'm afraid these distortions are growing stronger. But there's good news. We think we found the cause. The Lore Master and I, while you made your way across Iliac here, we reached out with projections, looking for objects of power. We found one, the Staff of Towers. The Lore Master's confident we can find it. You should speak with him when you return.
Okay, I'll go to Skyrim and Morrowind and seal
Thank you,
these time
Initiate.
breaches.
I honestly don't know what we'd do without your help. I keep telling the Lore Master I can assist you. I mean, I did spend my entire childhood on the continent after all. I suppose he knows best.
Oh, he doesn't want you to get tangled up in memory lane. You'd be surprised how often that happens, Josiah.
Yes.
Staff of
actual
Towers?
Staff created by the Archmage Enumeral in the First Era. If we're right, this could be the greatest arcane discovery in millennia. According to the Psijic histories, the staff could bend and shape time itself.
And you think that's what's stirring up these time breaches?
We can't say for certain.
Fair conclusion.
Yet. I should warn you, the Lore Master finds this all very troubling. Magical artifacts always present a destabilizing influence. You know by now that a lack of stability does not sit well with our order.
You're not concerned
I'm very
about it?
concerned. An artifact left out in the wild for any hedge mage to find. Results could be disastrous. It should be here on Artaeum. I need to get back to our research. We should have more answers when you return.
Okay, thank you. One, for my new armor. Hopefully it's heavy. I'll take it though. My new skill point. Guild! I actually have a new skill point to spend. This happens at rank 3. This happens at rank 3 too. I'm definitely going to use, or maybe not. Okay, infuse your weapon with power. Next light attack deals more damage, restores stamina. Bend time and space around you to gain major expedition for 4 seconds and minor force for 12 seconds. Increases your movement speed by 30% and critical damage by 10%. Now accelerate at order 5 is a good one. Time stop is also pretty cool. Freeze the passage of time at the target location, gradually reducing the movement speed of enemies in the area during the channel before finally stunning them in place for 3 seconds when the channel completes. You see, if I wanted to spend 8100 mana, I would get this instead of Dark Talons. But Dark Talons costs me less mana, and it also deals damage, which is a good thing for a DPS. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm wielding a bow, not a destruction staff. Ooh. Dual wield. Okay. Alright, let's look at my class skills. Burning Heart. When draconic power abilities are activated, you receive 6% more healing. Health recovery. Per draconic power ability slotted. Increases the range of your melee attacks by 1 meter. And then Scaled Armor gives me spell resistance. If I was gonna be a PvP rat with this one, I'd go with these last ideas. Actually, Iron Skin's not a bad one either. At rank 20, I can buy Dragon Blood and give myself a healing ability. That's a great idea. But for now, the great idea is to tab out and turn off the stream. Thanks for joining, everybody, and good evening. Stop.